The Consulate General of India in New York and Indian American Muslims of the USA celebrated Eid al-Fitr with enthusiasm and fervor, attended by elected officials and community members. Several people were honored for promoting diversity, and the event concluded with a poetry performance and ghazal mehfil. The event was organized by Indian American Muslims under the leadership of Ilyas Qureshi, Ahmad Shakir, and many others who highlighted the celebration of Eid as a shining example of the diverse culture that coexists in India and America. The event was attended by the Consul General of India in New York, Ranveer Jaiswal, and politicians such as New York State Senators Robert Jackson and John C. Liu, Dilip Chauhan from the NYC Mayor's Office, and Chuck Schumer, who addressed the audience through a video message.
وجعلناكم شعوبا وقبائل لتعارفوا إن أكرمكم عند الله أتقاكم إن الله عليم خبير. Translation. Human beings, we created you all from male and a female, and made you into nations and tribes, so that you may know one another. Verily, the noblest of you in the sight of Allah is the most God-fearing of you. Surely Allah is the all-knowing, all-aware.
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा.
Good evening and Eid Mubarak to you all. May the peace and blessing of Allah Ta'ala be blessed with you all. First of all, allow me to express my profound gratitude to our Honorable Consul General, Mr. Ranveer Jaiswal. Someone I admire his unity and leadership for hosting this Eid program. This means a lot for us, for the Muslim community. Honorable New York State Senator Robert Jackson, you are always our friend, and I'm glad that you joined. We are waiting for our New York Senator John Liu. He will be here shortly. Honorable, our Deputy Commissioner from the Mayor Office, Dilip Ji. Sheikh Murtaza Bhai and Dr. Lamia, I'm very glad that you join us, and I'm really happy that you are here between us. And you came from all the way from the Boston. I also like to acknowledge our friend Ali Pocket. He's from Turkey Commerce Chambers. Thank you very much for attending. Another friend, Dr. Paul Michael. He's our union leader also. We were together for many years, and he represents the Lithuanian community. Eid al-Fitr celebration marks the end of the Ramadan, and it is a festive time for all Muslims. It is the 9th month of the Islamic calendar, and it should be noted that Ramadan is the longest act of the worship in the Muslim calendar, as it lasts for a month. And our next speaker is going to speak about the Ramadan, so I will not take any long to keep you waiting. And I would like to introduce our organizer and this evening MC, Mr. Ilyas Qureshi.
Thank you for allowing us to do this event, sir. Now you can speak to audience.
Honorable State Senator, Robert Jackson, Deputy Commissioner, International Affairs of Mayor's Office, Mr. Dilip Chauhan, our dear friend, Mr. Ilyash Qureshi, Shakir Bhai, and all our distinguished friends present here. On this beautiful, beautiful occasion of Eid, let me once again wish all of you happy Eid. May this festival of joy and happiness bring so much of success, happiness in all your lives, in our lives, so that together we can build a more harmonious living for one and all. This year's Eid celebration gives us yet another occasion for us to celebrate each and every aspect of our country. Flavors of India, colors of India, the beauty of India, the vibrancy of India. Thank you very much for Ilyas Bhai for giving us this opportunity. Each year, Eid of course is very special, but this year's a little more because we are celebrating 75 years of India's independence. And therefore, in a string of festivals or string of celebrations, we've celebrated each and every aspect of India. Its culture, its languages, its diversity, its pluralism, its religions, its architecture, its science, technology, sports, and everything else. And all of you, our diaspora, your success, your aspirations, and how close you are to us, how close you make your homeland to your motherland, your Karmabhumi to your Janmabhumi, in many cases, or your Matrabhumi. So thank you very much for this opportunity, and I wish all of you a happy and successful life ahead, and happy Eid Mubarak to all of you. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum and Eid Mubarak to everyone. Just to give you some update, what this Mayor Eric Adam has done for our community. As mentioned, my name is Dilip Chauhan, and currently I am serving as a Deputy Commissioner for the New York City Mayor Eric Adam Office for International Affairs. As International Affairs, we are dealing with 193 permanent missions and 116 consulates and 70 trade commissions. And my job as a trade and investment to bring the New York City shine back. And always New York City bounce back. Mayor Eric Adam always says, get stuff done. That's what we all do here. We all talk about the diversity and inclusiveness. So after Mayor took a power as a mayor, this year he visited, I'm not sure exact number, but more than 10 mosques during the Ramadan. First time in the history of New York City, the city mayor attended this Ramadan too.
As the holy month of Ramadan ends, I hope everyone had a blessed Eid. May it bring you and your loved ones happiness, prosperity, and peace. Eid is a time for us to come together and celebrate the spirit of community. And I'm so proud that New York is home to such a large and vibrant Muslim Indian community. New York, quite simply, would not be the same without the Indian Americans who call it home. And I firmly believe that if we want to understand both the challenge and promise of the American dream, look no further than the Indian American community in New York and the Indian Muslim community in particular. Because the Indian American community embodies what the American dream has always been about. Coming to this country, working hard, building strong families, and in the process enriching our communities. And we are also against bigotry. And the bigotry against Muslim Americans, whether Indian or other, is something we must fight. The Senate Majority Leader always planned to stand with the Indian American community in New York and across America. So again, Eid Mubarak to all, and enjoy the celebration.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Eid Mubarak. So, I go back many years with Ahmed. We worked for labor unions in New York City in order to try to make sure that everyone who is covered by a labor agreement receive all of the salary and benefits that they rightfully deserve. And that's why New York State out of all of the states in the country, is called the labor state, meaning we have labor unions that are accepted. Virginia, for example, where my daughters live at, is called a right-to-work state. And you would think that that's good. What that means, like Florida, it's a right-to-work state. That means no unions allowed. That's the code word when you say right to work. But we believe in unions here because if you work 20, 25, 30 years, you should be able to retire with a pension where you should not have to go and find a secondary job in order to live. And that's extremely important.
It was a couple of years after 9/11, and there was a huge amount of distrust of the Muslim community for no reason. But yet, that was the time that we lived in. And we had iftar. Back then, there weren't many iftars. I mean, there were iftars in the community, but not many iftars that we attended as elected officials. Well, I'm happy to say, in 2023, last month, the month of Ramadan, I attend 3 or 4 iftars every night. Although I can only eat at one of them, the last one. And not only are there so many more iftars, elected officials of all levels of government host their own iftars. Organizations, masjids, community groups, they host their iftars, and they invite elected officials. And there's so many elected officials, like, I don't even want to say anything. I'd rather that elected officials not say anything, because it takes forever. But what a change it has been in the last 20 years, and I'm proud that the community has withstood some very difficult times. Obviously, we've gone through a global pandemic these last couple of years. During the attacks and the aftermath of the 9/11 attacks, the community withstood a huge amount of ordeal and stood strong. And New York City and New York State, and indeed the entire United States of America, is better off for all the contributions that you have made.
दिल में प्यार है आप भी बात करो झुकी झुकी सी नजर बेकरार है दिल में प्यार है Be